Hey guys, I am doing part 2 of my 5-day pouch test. So this is my follow-up, and I'm also 29 weeks out, and next Sunday-ish or almost, I'll be at 7 months. So what I wanted to do, so here's what happened, okay, seriously. I recorded that last video a month ago, and I wasn't exactly happy with myself or exactly with my results, this and that. I really had no intention of ever posting that video. So I wanted to do more, do better, and then I made a follow-up video to that, which was actually not a follow-up, it was an instead of video. And my dumbass deleted it by accident right after I got done editing and whatever. So anyways, here's the results of all of that. So back in let's see, it was all the way back to June. So June 10th was the first week that I got to 179 something. When I got to the 179, I was really happy because I got into the 170s and I had lost 2.5 pounds that week. But then I was stuck at 179. Like, it seemed like forever. Got down to 177, popped back up to 178. And then right after that, it was back up to 179. And that's when I did the 5-day pouch test. So that first week that I attempted, right, I did 2 days. And in that last video, there was a lot of editing because there was a lot of me talking about like exactly what I ate. And there was just way too much video, and the shit didn't matter because I didn't do the 5-day pouch test. I attempted it. And so I had made, I was bound and determined after that to do 2 days of a liquid fast. And so 2 weeks went by, and for 2 weeks, every morning I would start off, trying, and then usually by 10 o'clock, that was the end of it for the day. And I said, okay, I'll try tomorrow. And so 2 weeks went by, and then what happened? I almost got back. I had lost a couple pounds, and then I got back up to 175, and I was like, oh my God, you fucking idiot. Again, I took it for granted. So finally, last week, 2 weeks ago, finally on Monday, I made 1 day of liquid diet, and kind of kick-started the weight loss again. And I got down to, my lowest was last Sunday, 172. So what I can say is my attempt to do the 5-day pouch test kicked the shit out of that stall. But I never really did the 5-day pouch test. I didn't even come close to it. But I did finally do 1 day of just liquids. And that, beating my brain for a day, I think now that I've done it, I can say to myself, you can do that. It wasn't that hard. It's just 1 damn day. I think the 2 days was just, the idea of it was a little too hard. But something that I would definitely be willing to attempt to do again if I get into a stall again. So today, I'm up to 173 this morning. I'm not happy about it, but I'm just not gonna. I was 172.5 yesterday, so 172.6, and today I'm 173.2. So it's just a half a pound. I'm not gonna sit here and freak out over it. Although I'll be honest, I did freak out about it when I got on the scale. I was like, you motherfucker. Anyways, so here's some things that I wanted to talk about. I met a very important goal of mine, which was to get to 175. And the reason why is, when I got hired at my job 14 years ago, I weighed 175. I immediately gained 20 pounds in 2.5 months. And then for the next 14 years, I have been gaining and losing, because I put on another 35 after that, and I've been gaining and losing 25 to 30 pounds for 14 years. So for me to get to 175, That is huge. That place has nearly killed me. I don't even know how many times, how many nervous breakdowns or whatever. It's a pretty stressful job. And so it's not so much anymore, but at times it is. And so for me to get to 175 and to say I've lost every toxic pound that my job put on me trying to kill me is one of the biggest victories ever. And that was, I met that goal a month ago, but that was on a different video that I accidentally deleted. So, oh, okay. So in my attempt, my many attempts to get, like, what the fuck does it take for me to drink some damn liquids, right? What do I have to do to, like, butter the bread, so to speak? So what it turns out is I had to Starbucks the liquid. I spent a lot of money at Starbucks trying to find a sugar-free, low-carb something, also cheap. And so here's what you can order that, I'm not going to say that it's totally sugar-free, or that it's carb-free, but it's about as close as you can get. So if you go in and you order grande iced doppio, decaf or blonde espresso with coconut milk and 4 pumps of sugar-free vanilla, 2 pumps of sugar-free mocha, double blended with a protein pack. And it came out to like $3-something, $3.50, $3.85, something like that. So it's not that, it's $2 less than a Frappuccino. But that's my breakfast. So this leads me to, no, it's not going to lead me to it. Okay, so here's my takeaway from attempting the 5-day pouch test. I only did it in the first place to get the scale moving, and so I definitely did that. I mean, I was almost 180 when I started, and I'm ending at, we'll just say 173, just to be fair. So that's 7 pounds in a month, and again, I was stuck there for like 6 weeks. So I'm gonna say that worked out pretty good. But more importantly, it got me thinking, even though I didn't do it, and I'm sure if I did it, this discovery would have come faster or better or longer lasting, I don't know. But I really was being a bad girl. As far as, like, you know, post-op is, I was not doing what I should be doing. And certainly I'm not compliant with my vitamins the way I should be, and definitely not compliant with my liquids the way that I should be. And so it really got me thinking about those things. And, you know, the surgery is only going to take you so far. And I don't think the surgery alone is not going to get you to your goal weight. I think the surgery is going to get you about halfway to your goal weight, and the rest is up to you. And since just about everybody puts a little bit of weight back on, you don't want to get halfway and put weight back on. You want to make it all the way. And to keep it off, you got to figure it out anyway. So you may as well figure it out while you're in your honeymoon phase. The other thing is, my takeaway is that I think I figured out a good strategy for moving forward, in that maybe doing some intermittent fasting. So some things I'm going to be trying as of moving forward from like this week on is that I think I'm going to, I kind of like doing the liquid for breakfast. And because I used to have like a little egg frittata or a little something, some veggies and some meat or something. And one thing that I noticed is, like, when I eat my breakfast, my stomach's pretty tight because I haven't eaten anything, you know, all night. And so my stomach's kind of tight. But then by the time I get to lunch a few hours later, I can eat more than I should. And that when I have liquids for breakfast, my stomach is still tight at lunch. And so I'm eating less at lunch. And then because I ate less at lunch, I'm eating less for dinner. So I kind of like that. I like that feeling. The other thing that I really like is I like the feeling of having more self-control, because I'm a be honest here. I ain't fucking got none. Sometimes. Not when it comes to food. So I think that's what I'm going to do with, maybe that I kind of was talking to myself. I usually have breakfast when I eat breakfast during the week before work. It's between 7:30 and 8. On the weekends is when I do, I'm a serious breakfast eater on the weekends. And years and years and years ago, I used to not eat breakfast anyways. I would just have a coffee and then have lunch. And so, I was thinking of having like that definite 12-hour window. So 7:30 to 7:30, and not eat after 7:30. Like just make that a rule, and then see, if I can shorten that from a 12-hour window to a 10-hour window, and maybe only eat from, say, 8:30 to 6:30. So regardless, whether it's Monday through Friday, on the weekends, whether I'm going to do liquids, whether I'm going to have breakfast, whatever it is. And so I think that's a rule I want to make for myself. And speaking of rules, I kind of noticed when we have rules set by somebody else, we tend to sometimes break them because we didn't make them. Because what do you know? Right? And this is going to bring me to another thing I wanted to talk about. I think I am so fucking smart. Like, I'm just going to outsmart everybody. I'm going to do it better. Whatever you came up with, I'm going to do it better. Not because I'm competitive. It's just because I think I can do better. I can, I know me, you don't know me. So I tend to do experiments and, maybe make some rules for myself. And so I have this feeling that I'm working on, I'm going to be smarter than you, doing it better. I always have to tweak stuff my own way. I can't just do it in someone else's way. I have to tweak it and make it my own. I don't know why, but I do. And sometimes it's a wild success, and other times it's a big fat flop. So, but I'm thinking, I think it's crazy to do tiny fasting windows to where you only eat for like 2 hours in a day, and 22 hours a day you don't eat. I don't know that that's necessarily a smart thing to do, especially people who have binging disorders. But and I don't think I could do it if I tried. But I definitely think that's what I'm coming to, is which is where the Starbucks comes in. I drive right by a Starbucks. My commute to work literally is a ridiculous 5 minutes, and Starbucks is on the way. I think I would be more compliant having that Starbucks for breakfast, the recipe that I gave you guys. So let's see. I'm just looking at my little notes here to see what else I have on my little list. Oh yeah, there was one more thing. The other thing about me trying by trying for so many days in a row, trying to do liquids for a whole day, and so I start my day off with the liquids. Once I backed off, once I made the full one day where it was full, all liquids, right? What I noticed is I like the idea and the way that I feel when I start my day off with some self-control. And it starts my day where up here, I'm thinking to myself, okay, so you just had a liquid breakfast. If you're a good girl, you don't have to do that one day fast again. And it's something that it seems to give me some kind of self-control a little bit, to where I think better, I make better choices. So I think that might be a good thing. And some other tweaks. I'm not going to say I'm, knocking this thing out of the park yet, because I'm not. But my birthday is in a little over a month, just a little over a month, and I'm going to be 49 years old. And quite a ways back, I had made a comment on an online forum, chat forum, the bariatric surgery forum, where I was just saying, like, okay, my weight loss has slowed to 1 pound a week, and I'm not going to freak out about it because, and this was probably like 4 months ago, because if I lose 1 pound a week on my birthday, I'll be 165. And that's a damn good thing. That would be a really wonderful birthday present. And I'm so close to meeting that goal. I have like 5 weeks to go to my birthday, maybe 5.5 weeks. And so I don't think I'm going to make it to 165, but I'm going to get pretty close, I think. And so I'm going to be, that's like my next goal. And once I hit my birthday, I told myself shit's going to get real. Number one, I'm probably supposed to start taking the daily MS medication, injectable Copaxone. And the other thing is, I told myself that my surgery can get me to my birthday, but after that, my ass needs to hit the gym again. Like, that's it. So that'll be about 8 months out. I'll be 8 months out, and it'll be, I think, a good time for me to start going to the gym again. So that's where I'm at for next month. I want to say thank you to everyone who's subscribed. Thank you completely for everyone who makes comments. I'm sorry that I sometimes I take time to get back to people's comments. The MS kind of kicks my ass sometimes, you know. Plus I have a family. We've got 5 kids and my disabled mom living here, so it's a full house. And so I apologize that I don't get to I apologize if I don't get to comments, but I definitely appreciate people contributing to the conversation, also to subscribing, and also for support. You guys have been amazing, and I think and I wish everybody could have that kind of support or just conversation. So it's a good thing what we got. Anyways, I want to say thank you to everybody. Life's good. At least it is today. So, be good.